The room is silent, so silent you can hear the fluorescent lights hum. Meri's hands tremble as she reaches inside her worn leather folder. The judge leans forward, curious. Cameras click. Every eye in the courtroom is fixed on the single yellow envelope marked Private 2017. She clears her throat. Your Honor, she whispers, voice cracking, I've kept this for 8 years. It's time. The bailiff steps closer, takes the envelope, and passes it to the clerk. The clerk places it before the judge, whose brow furrows as he notices the bold handwriting, Affidavit of Meri Brown. No one breathes, not Christine, not Janelle, not even Kody, who finally looks shaken for the first time all day. This is the moment everything changes, because what Meri is about to reveal isn't just a confession. It's a detonator. For every lie buried under the Brown legacy, line the hallway, whispering theories about Meri's sealed document. Some call it blackmail, others redemption. Inside Courtroom B, Judge Andrews presides over the final stretch of the property fraud trial. Christine sits with her lawyer, calm but burning. Janelle grips a pen so tight it nearly snaps. Robyn hides behind dark glasses, pretending to pray. And then there's Meri, alone at the plaintiff's table, staring at the affidavit like it's a ghost from another life. 8 years of silence. And now, 8 minutes to change everything. She can feel Kody's stare drilling through her back. His jaw tightens, that same glare he used whenever someone dared challenge him. But Meri doesn't flinch. She's past that. Her lawyer, Ellen Shaw, whispers, Are you sure you want to do this? Meri nods slowly. It's time they know what really happened. The clerk announces, Case number 247AZK. Brown versus Brown, continued testimony, Meri Brown taking the stand. A hush falls over the room. Meri stands. Her heels click against the polished floor. Each step echoing like a countdown. She raises her right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth? I do, she replies, her voice small but unwavering. Every truth begins with one heartbeat of courage. Meri sits. Ellen slides the affidavit toward her. Mrs. Brown, the attorney begins, please tell the court what's inside that envelope. Meri's eyes glisten. It's a statement I wrote after Kody sold my mother's property in Parowan. Gasps ripple through the gallery. Christine's eyes widen. Janelle whispers something under her breath. Ellen continues. You're referring to the inn your mother left you, the one later transferred to a company called Red Mesa Holdings LLC? Yes. And your signature appeared on that deed? Meri nods. It did. Kody shifts in his chair, muttering to his lawyer, but I didn't sign it willingly. The judge raises an eyebrow. What do you mean, Mrs. Brown? She inhales shakily. I was threatened. I was told if I didn't sign, Kody would cut off my business income and file for divorce. The gallery erupts. Reporters leap to their feet. The judge bangs his gavel. Order! Order in the court! Robyn covers her face, whispering, Oh my God! Kody blurts out, That's not true! She's twisting. Mr. Brown! The judge snaps. You'll remain silent until called. When the truth starts talking, even power trembles. Meri wipes her eyes. I wanted to believe I was protecting the family, but really I was protecting him. Her voice cracks. He told me we'd lose everything if I didn't sign, that the IRS would come for us. So I signed, and he promised to put it back in my name later. Ellen leans closer. Did he? No. So you wrote an affidavit, a sworn statement, documenting that threat? Yes, I gave a copy to a lawyer in Las Vegas and kept one sealed. Kody's lawyer, Alan Pierce, jumps up. Objection! Hearsay. The judge glares. Overruled. We'll see the affidavit ourselves. Sometimes the paper we fear most carries the freedom we need. The judge motions for the clerk to bring the envelope forward. The seal is brittle with age, the glue darkened from 8 years of hiding. Meri whispers, It's all there. Dates, emails, the night he made me sign. The judge pauses. Mrs. Brown, are you sure you want this entered into evidence? It may implicate yourself. Her lips tremble, but she nods. I'm done protecting lies. Robyn suddenly stands, voice sharp. She's lying. She was in on it. Christine turns toward her. Sit down, Robyn. You've lied enough for all of us. The judge slams his gavel again. One more outburst and I'll clear this room. Silence. This silence isn't peace. It's the breath before the storm. The clerk begins to slice open the envelope with a silver letter opener. The tearing sound seems deafening. Everyone leans in. Kody's face goes pale. Janelle whispers to Christine, She's really doing it. Christine nods. She has to. The judge unfolds the first page. The paper is fragile, smudged with ink and time. He adjusts his glasses, then begins to read aloud. I, Meri Brown, declare under penalty of perjury that on the night of September 14th, 2017, I was coerced into signing a property transfer deed under duress by my husband, Kody Brown. Gasps ripple again. He stated that if I refused, he would publicly humiliate me and cut me off financially. He further stated that Robyn Brown was aware and instructed me to do the right thing for the family. I am writing this affidavit to protect myself should any of them try to rewrite history. Kody slams his hand on the table. That's a lie. Mr. Brown, the judge warns again. You'll be heard when it's your turn. Meri hides her face in her hands. Her shoulders shake. When guilt meets daylight, denial screams the loudest. Christine steps forward from the gallery. Your Honor, may I speak? The judge hesitates, then nods. Christine's voice is calm, but fierce. I was there that night. He told her to sign for the sake of the family. I remember because he used the same words on me 2 years later when he sold the Vegas lot. The courtroom murmurs grow louder. Reporters scribble notes furiously. The judge sighs. This changes everything. He looks directly at Meri. Mrs. Brown, I'll need to unseal this affidavit fully and enter it into record. Meri nods through tears. Do it. Sometimes redemption begins with ruin. The judge strikes his gavel. Court will recess for 15 minutes while we prepare to read the remaining pages on record. Meri exhales shakily. Ellen squeezes her hand. You did it. Meri shakes her head. Not yet. You don't know what else is in there. Ellen blinks. What do you mean? Meri's gaze drifts to the sealed pages. There's something I never told anyone. Not even my lawyer, then. If the judge reads it out loud, it could destroy us all. Ellen freezes. Destroy who? Meri's voice lowers to a whisper. The one person everyone still thinks is innocent. The gavel echoes again. Court reconvenes. Reporters rush back in. Cameras flash. The judge clears his throat. We will now read page 2 of the affidavit. The clerk lifts the paper. The tension in the room is unbearable. Kody's face glistens with sweat. Robyn's lips tremble. Christine leans forward. Come on, she mutters. Let's hear it. Page 2. Additional statement. This transfer was part of a larger agreement between Kody Brown and a private investor. That investor's name was... The judge stops mid-sentence. He stares at the page, eyes wide. What? Christine blurts. Who was it? The judge slowly lowers the paper. We'll need to verify this name before continuing. Your Honor, who? Ellen demands. But the judge only says, Court is in recess. The gavel falls. Cameras flash. And just like that, Meri's confession turns from guilt to revelation. The second gavel strike still echoes through the courtroom when Kody lunges forward in frustration. His lawyer restrains him, whispering something sharp in his ear. The cameras pan closer, catching the flush on his face, the twitch in his jaw. Reporters murmur. This isn't the composed patriarch from TV. This is a man unraveling. Meri sits frozen, watching the chaos she just unleashed. Her throat feels tight, but her hands are steady for the first time in years. Ellen leans toward her. You did the right thing, she whispers. But Meri doesn't respond. Her eyes drift toward the judge's desk, toward that single sheet of paper with a name that made him pause. She knows what's coming. And she knows it's going to hurt everyone in this room. The truth never arrives gently. It crashes, taking everyone with it. Outside, the crowd swarms the courthouse steps. Microphones flash, questions fly, and news outlets scramble to push breaking headlines. Meri Brown's secret affidavit halts trial. Judge stops reading. Hidden investor name stuns courtroom. Inside, the Brown family waits in silence. No one looks at each other. Christine paces near the back, her lawyer whispering about filing a motion. Janelle sits quietly, eyes shut, her lips moving in silent prayer. Only Kody breaks the stillness. She's doing this for attention, he mutters to his lawyer. You know how she gets emotional, dramatic. But Alan Pierce, his attorney, doesn't answer. His expression has changed, grim, uncertain. Alan? Kody presses. Sir, the lawyer finally says, if the name on that affidavit is who I think it is, we may have bigger problems than Meri's testimony. Kody frowns. Who could it be? Alan exhales. Someone tied to the Coyote Pass transactions. The door opens. The bailiff calls everyone back. Court in session. The judge re-enters, a new document in hand. After consultation, we've confirmed the identity mentioned in Mrs. Brown's affidavit. The name listed as the private investor in the 2017 Parowan transfer. He looks around the room. is Mr. Paul F. Eldridge. Christine's jaw drops. Janelle's eyes snap open. Meri's breath catches. Ellen whispers, "Who's Paul Eldridge?" Meri's voice is faint. He was Kody's accountant. And Robyn's cousin. A wave of gasps ripples through the crowd. Robyn's face goes white. In every story of betrayal, there's always a name no one expected to hear. Robyn stands abruptly. "That's not true. Paul doesn't even handle our accounts anymore." The judge frowns. "Mrs. Brown, please remain seated." Christine interjects. "With respect, Your Honor, that name has come up before. During my own audit, his firm processed transfers for Kody's LLC." Kody slams his fist against the table. "This is a witch hunt. You all hate me because I moved on." The judge bangs his gavel. "Order!" Meri whispers, "It's not about hate, Kody. It's about truth." The cameras zoom in on her trembling lips. The quiet that follows is thick, suffocating. Ellen rises. "Your Honor, with the court's permission, we'd like to play the voice recording referenced in the affidavit." Kody jerks his head up. "Recording?" The judge adjusts his glasses. "There's a recording?" "Yes, Your Honor," Ellen says calmly. Mrs. Brown attached an audio file verifying her claim of coercion. The voice identified as that of Mr. Kody Brown. Kody's face drains of color. "I never recorded anything." Meri cuts him off, her voice cracking but strong. "You didn't know I had my phone on the table that night?" The moment you realize the past has receipts, everything changes. The clerk connects a small USB drive to the courtroom system. The lights dim slightly. Speakers hiss with static. Then, Kody's unmistakable voice fills the air. "Sign the paper, Meri! Just do it. You'll get it back later." Meri's voice trembles in the recording. "Kody, this isn't right. It's my mother's. Your mother wanted the family to stay together. Do this for us. Don't make me take this further." Gasps. Reporters' pens stop mid-scribble. Christine closes her eyes, fighting tears. Janelle stares at the floor, her lips quivering. The recording ends with the sound of paper sliding across a table. And silence. Meri wipes her tears. "That was the night I lost my home. And myself. Hearing your own pain played aloud is the cruelest kind of truth." The judge leans back, his voice heavy. "Mrs. Brown, this recording corroborates your statement of duress. However, the mention of Mr. Eldridge introduces potential criminal liability beyond this court's jurisdiction." Ellen nods. "Understood, Your Honor. We request that these findings be forwarded to the Arizona Attorney General's office for review." Kody snaps. "You can't do that. This is family, not federal." The judge narrows his eyes. "Mr. Brown, when large property sums are moved under fraudulent signatures, it becomes everyone's business." A collective gasp. Robyn buries her face in her hands. The louder the guilty shout, the clearer the truth becomes. Meri stares straight ahead. "There's one more thing you need to know," she says softly. "Paul Eldridge wasn't just the accountant. He was also the trustee for the Coyote Pass Fund." The judge frowns. "Meaning?" Meri hesitates, her voice cracking. "Meaning every dollar from that land was tied to his accounts. And those accounts," she swallows hard, "were shared with Robyn." Robyn's head jerks up. "That's a lie." Christine steps forward again. "Then explain the statement my accountant found last month with your signature on the wire transfer." Robyn's lips tremble. "It wasn't me, it was digital. Anyone could have used my login." The judge's voice cuts through the chaos. "Enough. If that's true, we'll verify it. Court will request all relevant banking logs." Kody covers his face, whispering, "This can't be happening. It's one thing to lie to family. It's another to lie to the law. The tension is suffocating. You can feel it in the slow scrape of chairs, the quiet sobs from the gallery, the hum of news cameras still rolling. Meri's strength begins to fade. She leans back, exhaling. "I should have told you all years ago," she murmurs. "But I kept waiting for someone else to do the right thing," Christine whispers. "And no one ever did." Kody glares at her. "You all turned on me," Christine fires back, her tone sharp. "You turned on yourself when you made us sign away everything." The courtroom erupts. The gavel slams repeatedly. Judge Andrews sighs. "Court will adjourn for today. We reconvene tomorrow at 9 a.m. Mrs. Brown, your testimony will continue." The cameras flash. Meri stands, shoulders heavy but proud. As she turns toward the door, Kody whispers coldly, "You've just ended everything?" Meri pauses. "No, Kody. I just started telling the truth. Sometimes the first confession opens the door to every buried secret." Outside the courthouse, chaos reigns. Reporters chase Meri through the marble steps, shouting, "Meri! Did Kody threaten you?" Meri, is Robyn involved? Was the affidavit a setup? Meri doesn't respond. She clutches her scarf, face pale under the Arizona sun. The wind whips her hair as Christine and Janelle follow close behind. Christine catches her arm. Are you okay? No, Meri admits, voice breaking. But for the first time in years, I feel free. The camera zooms out as she walks toward her car, the courthouse fading behind her. The sound of gavel echoes faintly in the distance, like a warning that this is only the beginning, because when you break one silence, every other secret starts to tremble. The next morning, the courthouse feels different. The crowd outside has doubled, and camera crews stretch down the block. You can almost feel the static in the air, the kind that comes before lightning. Inside, even the judge's clerk looks tense. Something's changed overnight. Christine and Janelle arrive together, calm but watchful. Meri walks in moments later, wearing the same dark green jacket she wore during the first trial, almost like armor. Her eyes look tired, but there's a new determination behind them. Kody and Robyn are already seated at the defense table. Robyn's wearing black again, her hair pinned back tightly, as if she's holding herself together by sheer force. She refuses to look up, staring instead at the folder in front of her. Kody whispers furiously to his lawyer, but the tension between them is obvious. Judge Andrews enters, his expression heavy. He doesn't look at anyone right away. Instead, he glances down at a set of documents spread neatly before him. Court is now in session, he says slowly. Before we resume testimony, the court has received new evidence overnight, documents provided by the Arizona Financial Crimes Division. Gasps echo through the room. Robyn's face drains of color. When new evidence appears overnight, it never favors the guilty, the judge continues. These documents pertain to offshore wire transfers made from accounts under the name Red Mesa Holdings. The transfers lead to a secondary account registered in the Cayman Islands under the name R. Sullivan. Murmurs ripple through the courtroom. Christine leans to Meri and whispers, R. Sullivan? Robyn's maiden name was Sullivan. Meri nods, whispering, I know. Robyn's lawyer immediately stands. Your Honor, my client denies any connection to these accounts. Anyone could have used the name? The judge narrows his eyes. Perhaps. But each transfer includes a verification code traced to an email belonging to Mrs. Robyn Brown. The room goes silent. Cameras flash. Robyn shakes her head, whispering, That's not possible. That's not possible. You can erase your name from paper, but not from a digital trail. Kody shifts uncomfortably. His hand twitches on the table, a habit he's always had when he's cornered. Your Honor, he says loudly, I handled those transactions. Robyn wasn't involved. I used her email because... His lawyer cuts him off with a sharp whisper, but it's too late. The words hang in the air. Judge Andrews leans forward. Mr. Brown, are you admitting to initiating those transfers? Kody's mouth opens, then closes. No, not exactly. Christine stands, her voice steady and low. He just confessed to using her name on financial transfers. That's identity fraud. The judge nods slowly. Indeed, it could be. Kody glares at Christine. You've been after me since the day you left. Christine doesn't blink. No, Kody. You've been after yourself. The gallery breaks into whispers, reporters scribbling every word. One sentence can shift the entire balance of a courtroom. Meri lowers her head. The guilt sits heavy on her chest. She never wanted this, to expose them like this, but she can't go back now. Ellen, her attorney, stands. Your Honor, I'd like to call Mrs. Robyn Brown to the stand. Robyn looks stunned. Me? I know. I already gave my statement. The judge responds, You're being subpoenaed as a material witness, Mrs. Brown. Please approach. Slowly, Robyn rises. Every step sounds like thunder. She sits, trembling slightly as she raises her hand to swear in. Her lawyer tries to object again, but the judge shakes his head. Overruled, Ellen begins, calm but firm. Mrs. Brown, did you authorize any transactions involving Red Mesa Holdings in 2017? Robyn hesitates. I don't remember. Would reviewing your email logs help refresh your memory? Ellen asks. Robyn's eyes dart to Kody. He nods subtly, but it's too late. The prosecutor steps forward with a printed document. This is a verification receipt from January 3rd, 2017, Ellen says. It includes a two-step authentication approval from your phone number ending in 9422. Robyn's breath hitches. That's my old number, so to confirm, you approved the transaction. I didn't know what it was for, she blurts out, voice breaking. Every lie eventually collapses under the weight of the details. Christine leans toward Janelle. She's cracking, she whispers. The judge leans in. Mrs. Brown, did your husband tell you what the transfer was for? Robyn swallows hard. He said it was for land taxes. He told me it was temporary. Ellen presses. Did you ask why it was going to an offshore account? Robyn hesitates, eyes darting to Kody again. He said it was cleaner that way, that it kept the trust safe. Christine laughs bitterly. Cleaner? That's one word for it. Kody slams his hand on the table. You don't understand business, Christine. The judge's gavel pounds. Enough! Mr. Brown, one more outburst and I'll have you removed. Kody sits back, jaw tight, muttering, This is all being twisted. But it's clear to everyone. This isn't twisting. It's unraveling. The truth doesn't twist. It simply reveals who's been lying all along. Robyn's composure starts to break. Her lips tremble as she stares at Meri. You think I wanted any of this? You think I wanted to take your mother's place? I did what I was told. Meri's eyes fill with tears. Then why did you sign my name? Robyn shakes her head violently. I didn't. I swear I didn't. But Ellen interrupts, sliding another document across the table. This is a notarized page from the Parowan deed transfer. The signature reads M. Brown, but the ink analysis shows 2 different pen pressures. 2 people signed it. Gasps. The judge's brow furrows. Kody leans forward, whispering urgently, Robyn, don't say anything else. Robyn looks up, voice cracking. You told me it was just paperwork. You said she'd already agreed. The courtroom explodes. The judge slams his gavel again. Silence. The moment the accomplice breaks, the mastermind starts to sweat. Tears roll down Robyn's face. I didn't want to hurt her, she says softly. Kody said it was temporary, that it was for the show, that the producers wanted the deed clean. He told me if I didn't help, the family would fall apart. The room is still. The cameras zoom in. Every breath feels heavy. Meri whispers, You forged my name for ratings? Robyn looks away. The judge clears his throat. Mrs. Brown, I must remind you, you're under oath. Were you aware that the act could be considered fraud? Robyn nods weakly, crying. I didn't know it would go this far. Meri's voice rises. It always goes this far, Robyn. You just thought no one would ever call you out. When fear meets accountability, masks start to fall apart. Robyn's lawyer stands again. Your Honor, my client was acting under instruction from her husband, not of her own intent. We request the court take that into account. The judge writes something down. Duly noted. However, coercion in one direction doesn't absolve the crime in the other. Kody suddenly rises, voice shaking with anger. This is over! You can't keep dragging my wife through this! The bailiff moves closer. Sir, please sit down. Kody glares at everyone, then at Meri. You wanted a show? You got one. You'll regret this. The judge warns him again, but his voice fades under the hum of whispers and clicking cameras. Christine leans forward and says quietly to Janelle, He just confessed again. And this time, on tape. Janelle nods slowly. He's falling apart and he doesn't even see it. When pride speaks louder than logic, the fall is already in motion. As the court adjourns, Meri stays seated for a moment, watching Kody and Robyn leave in silence. They don't hold hands. They don't look at each other. It's like the air between them has been burned to ash. Christine walks up beside her. You did what you had to, Meri sighs. It doesn't feel like victory. It feels like burying ghosts. Janelle puts a hand on her shoulder. Sometimes ghosts need a burial. Meri nods faintly. Tomorrow, the judge reads the rest of the affidavit. The last page names the final recipient of the funds. Christine frowns. You mean, there's more? Meri stares straight ahead. Oh, there's more. And it's not who anyone thinks. The courthouse feels heavier than ever. The 4th day of testimony begins with a sky thick with clouds, dark, low, and unmoving. It's the kind of morning that makes everyone whisper instead of speak. Inside, the air feels cold, like the room itself knows what's about to come. Meri walks in first. Her face looks different today. Calmer, resolved, like she's already accepted what's waiting in those final pages. Christine and Janelle sit close behind her, exchanging quiet nods. Robyn and Kody enter last. They sit apart. Robyn's face is pale, eyes swollen from crying. Kody stares straight ahead, jaw clenched, refusing to meet anyone's eyes. The judge enters, holding a single document. This court has reviewed the remaining portion of Mrs. Brown's affidavit, he says carefully. These final statements contain serious implications, including the identification of an additional participant in the 2017 Parowan property transfer. Reporters lean forward. The air in the room sharpens. Cameras zoom in, ready to capture every second. Everyone thinks they're ready for the truth until it finally speaks. The judge clears his throat. Mrs. Brown, you understand that by confirming this information, you may implicate yourself further? Meri nods. I understand, Your Honor, but the truth matters more now. He studies her for a moment before setting the paper down. Very well. You may proceed. Ellen, Meri's attorney, steps forward. Your Honor, for the record, please read the final portion of the affidavit aloud. The courtroom goes silent. Even the cameras stop clicking. The judge begins. Page 3, Addendum. Upon signing the coerced property transfer, I was informed that the proceeds would be moved to an account managed by Red Mesa Holdings under trustee Paul Eldridge. I was later notified by Mr. Eldridge that the true beneficiary of that account was a member of my immediate family. My son, Leon Brown. The entire courtroom gasps. Robyn drops her folder. Christine covers her mouth. Janelle's eyes widen in disbelief. Meri closes her eyes, tears slipping silently down her cheeks. Sometimes the deepest betrayal wears a familiar face. The judge pauses, looking toward Meri. Mrs. Brown, this statement claims that your son was the final beneficiary of those funds? Meri nods, voice trembling. Yes, but not by his choice. The room erupts into noise. Reporters shout questions. The judge bangs his gavel furiously. Order! Ellen steps forward again. Your Honor, Mrs. Brown wishes to clarify her statement. Leon did not request or authorize these funds. His name was used without his knowledge, Robyn whispers. No, that can't be. Kody leans forward, whispering something harsh to his lawyer. The cameras catch every twitch of his face. The judge leans back. Mrs. Brown, are you implying that Mr. Brown used your son's identity to conceal financial transfers? Meri nods, voice breaking. Yes, Your Honor. He told me Leon's name was safe, that using family would make the trail cleaner. I didn't understand what that meant until now. Kody stands abruptly. She's lying. Leon was never involved. The judge warns him. Sit down, Mr. Brown, or you'll be escorted out. Kody sits, shaking, muttering. She's gone insane. The moment a parent confesses against blood, the world tilts forever. Meri wipes her face, shaking her head slowly. He used our son, Your Honor. He used his own child's name to move money out of the country. Christine's eyes fill with tears. Oh my God, Meri. Ellen continues carefully. Do you have proof that Leon's name was used in these transactions? Yes. It's attached to the affidavit, copies of the account applications, and the trustee's letter. The handwriting, it's Kody's. The clerk steps forward and takes the envelope. The judge glances at it, eyes narrowing. We'll verify this with forensic handwriting analysis. Robyn suddenly stands. Stop it! You're tearing this family apart. He was trying to protect us. Christine snaps, protect us? He was hiding stolen money in his own kid's name. The gallery erupts again. The gavel slams repeatedly. Enough! The judge roars. The noise dies down slowly, leaving only the sound of Meri's quiet crying. Every secret has a cost, and someone always pays it in tears. Kody leans forward, voice trembling. You don't understand what it was like. The taxes, the land, the show, everything was falling apart. I did what I had to do to keep us afloat. The judge's voice is cold. Mr. Brown, are you confessing to identity misuse? Kody hesitates, breathing hard. I'm saying, I didn't mean harm. I was protecting my family. Christine stands abruptly. No, you were protecting yourself. You always were. Her words hang in the air like a blade. Kody turns toward her, eyes blazing. You think you're perfect? You left when things got hard. Christine shakes her head. No, Kody. I left when you stopped being honest. When denial meets truth, there's only one voice left standing. The judge motions for order. This isn't a debate between ex-spouses. This is a legal proceeding. Mr. Brown, your statements will be entered into record. We will also request Leon Brown's presence for verification. Meri shakes her head quickly. Please no. Don't drag him into this. He's innocent. He had no part. The judge softens slightly. If he's innocent, his testimony will confirm that. Meri exhales shakily. He doesn't deserve this. None of them do. Christine places a gentle hand on her shoulder. You're not the one who did this, Meri. You're the one who stopped it. Robyn whispers something to Kody, her voice trembling. They'll take everything, Kody. The land, the house, everything. Kody doesn't respond. He just stares straight ahead, face blank, like the reality hasn't hit him yet. You can ignore the truth for years, but the moment it arrives, it takes everything back. The judge sighs heavily. Given the new information, the court will issue an immediate freeze on all accounts associated with Red Mesa Holdings. The Attorney General's office will be notified. The courtroom erupts. Kody's lawyer stands shouting, "We object!" But the gavel silences him. "Objection noted and overruled," the judge says. This court will reconvene tomorrow for closing testimony and final evidence submission. Reporters rush toward the hallway, shouting into cameras. Headlines begin forming in real time. Sister wives court shock, Kody used son's name for hidden accounts. Judge orders asset freeze on Brown Holdings. Meri sits quietly amid the chaos.